at the Cohn Health Institute. So exciting, brand new year, brand new excitement with Go Beyond Summit. Whole brain, whole body. My good friend and partner Justin Frandson going to talk about whole brain, whole body, and the 4 pillars. Tell us the 4 pillars.
4 pillars, so simple. Awareness, number 1, raising your alpha level so your whole body and whole brain can just get in the flow of the universal rhythm. Number 2 is all about intake and having a proper intake. Really getting the good nutrients in your body and clearing the bad out, and then clearing all the stressors out. Anything you're allergic to that's stressing you, clear it. And number 3 is whole body exercises. How do you develop coordinations and rhythms and movements and speed and jumping and running, change of direction, that eccentric strength, but coordinated and non-linear movements, which tie into the whole body training, which lead into the whole brain training, because you're really connecting more pathways from your brain to the body with the certain flammable rhythms that we do. They're like certain drum beats, up together, up together, up together, that will do with the skipping movements and all that tie into developing rhythms for the body. And then we go into the 4th pillar, which is the whole brain training. And the whole brain is just what I love. It's so fun because you can just wow people instantly by showing them how to juggle, how to do eye speed recognition, focus exercises. There's a ton of ambidexterity exercises, hand-eye coordination, hand-foot coordination, that develop the whole brain as well. And so really combining all 4 of those tie into the pillars.
So not just for the athlete. I know you work a lot with athletes, and most people seek out our athletes looking to go from where they're at to the next level, whether it make the team, be the captain of the team, or all the way to the combines of football and beyond. So what about everyone else?
Everyone else, you're corporate. You're a performer, you're working, you want to increase your financial income levels and get in the flow. This is, we have a whole corporate athleticism, corporate performance program that ties into all these things. And then tying with the body is getting rid of pain, making sure you're doing things that help you recover from jet lag, from traveling, from repetitive motion injuries, from sitting too long. We give you all the tricks of the trade that we use mostly, that we've had tremendous success with the athletes and teams over the years, but we apply it directly to the corporates as well, and corporations and corporate executives in our corporate performance program.
So that's good. So tell me, what does it look like? So somebody comes in, they have an assessment of where they're at, correct? And then a program's put together. Yet there's kind of like the part that everyone, the basics, right? And then there's the individual working on what's specific to that person. So kind of walk us through how it happens, because I know people come to your place, they see you, and they say great things, and we want everybody to understand why it's important, why everybody needs it, and the things that you're doing, that decades of information, hundreds of thousands of hours of training put together, sifted through the things that were working before. Now there are new levels of things. There's new technology that are used. There's to protect people as well as enhance, and as well as keep their body in a state that it can function the way it was designed. So all that together, kind of give us an example of day 1, we get assessed, and how that's going to go all the way to, I'm going to throw it out there, I know it's just an intro part, the homework. Like, what do you send people home with? Okay. What do they do on their own if they're like not in Southern California and they can't come see you, or their schedules are put them to fly in for other things that are going on with family, business, whatever?
Definitely. Well, I'll give you a lot to chew on right now on that. That's a big question. So when someone individually is going to come in, whether they're an athlete or a corporate executive looking to improve their performance, we really want to see how they're feeling and get their energy systems up. So as long as their health and vitality is there and their body's not in pain, we're going to be able to correct those and address those initially. And we use lots of different techniques and stretching and strengthening and stability work and the enhancers of light therapy from Gonzalez, muscle reset technique and those GRT lights, to getting rid of EMF, products with EMF solutions. And so getting the stressors out so you can start to really thrive. From there, we'll dive into really building a foundation for you. So we get rid of all the weak links. When you're only as strong as your weakest link. So for me, I love to play basketball. And I'm about 180 and 6'2", but I can play a lot bigger, probably about 40, 50 pounds bigger than I really am, and muscle guys over, because I don't have any weak links. So I've been able to develop tremendous joint stability, integrity in those areas. And so I can play a lot stronger. So it's really getting rid of the weak links. And I'm not a beam counter. We're not going to go in and get you bigger, faster, stronger just by doing heavy lifting and very little reps, but we're going to really address the body and stabilize it from a whole different way, like more intrinsically on the way, inside out. And once you develop that intrinsic strength and stability, we can open up more of the coordination and develop those pathways and rhythms from the movement, cross crawl patterns, and then we dive more into the whole brain training as well. So we tie in ambidexterity, and we could splash those in on the rest periods, or create an entire session of ambidexterity, eye-speed recognition for the individuals. And it's tremendous, whether you're a baseball player and want to develop more fine motor skills, whether you're like an executive and you just want to be able to see everything and not miss anything, process more, be more creative, aware, think out of the box, alert and conscious, and really be in tune with what your clients are really asking for and what's going to best serve you. All this ties into how we do that. In addition, we have some amazing supplements that we recommend and that we have for our clients, whether it's Alphabetic or 7.2's Recovery or super good stuff. There are MSM. I mean, there's so many good things that we have that will help with their flexibility, help with their recovery, and really take them to another level. Now, in a corporate setting, like what I did with Dan and Yogurt, is to go in and we meet with about 50 top producers, and how do they go in and reshift their whole mindset and really develop more creative flow and a rhythm and connect to their clients. And so, I'll go in and ooh and ah with getting them out of pain, getting them to feel better, developing more synergy, as a team, and then we'll teach them how to be more creative and alert, splashing in lots of these ambidexterity exercises. So it's really developing a whole body and whole brain, and no matter what you're doing, they're going to cross over. Athleticism isn't, and whole body training isn't a sport-specific endeavor. It's a non-sport specific, it's a non-activity specific endeavor. So no matter what you're doing in life, you want to be better at it. You have to get to feel better. You have to develop that higher level of consciousness, and we do that through mind spa or breathing and meditation. You have to start to tie in these whole body and whole brain exercises, and that's really what our program looks like.
Awesome. So one tidbit jumping around again, kids. I know you have a young daughter, and I know you work with a lot of kids, and as the twig is bent, so grows the tree. So it's really important to lay these foundations early, although you could be age 2, 92, everyone in between, and obviously use this program to advance yourself. But kids, give us one little thing. I know we're in short on time, but give us one little thing that you and your daughter do that, it's not just playing catch, but has some rhyme and reason to it, as far as whether it's through ambidexterity or the whole body, whole brain, 4-pillar way.
Awesome. Well, this is probably one of my favorite questions, because I actually love this. It's something that our brains are really, we're born a certain way, and you're born with a certain brain type, as Jonathan Neednoggle will say, and maybe we'll be fortunate enough to hear from him or his son this year as well on our Go Beyond Summit. And when you're predisposed to a certain brain type, if you're more the frontal side or more right brain, left brain, what have you, your energy is going to fire in certain directions when you're under certain questions or stress and a good stress in a good way, but you're just going to have more energy going to certain areas. The beauty about athleticism program and becoming a whole brain performer is that you're going to be able to actually develop more pathways from the brain to your body by doing our exercises. And you're not going to telegraph, you're going to be a more dynamic performer. And that's what's so great about it. So one simple thing that I've done that my wife's marveled at with our daughter, and she's 10, she's exceptional in every way. I'm a proud father, but she really is. But she was right side dominant. She would grab everything with her right hand. She would throw stuff with her right hand. She really didn't want to use her left side of her body from early on. It was just when she was an infant, you could really see how one-sided she was becoming. So what I would do is I would hand her things in her left hand and say, okay, here, it's okay to hold this in this hand. It's okay to reach for it in this hand. And so just after several repetitions of it, she would start to be like, okay, I can grab with this hand. Well, it's so simple. You'd have a balloon in the room, and we would tap it with one hand, and okay, tap it with the other hand. So developing the comfort level to use both hands is just fantastic. And then we developed, now she's 10, so we've developed into the comfort of throwing with both hands, throwing with the other hand, and then kicking with one hand, kicking with one foot, kicking with the other foot. And so you just end up developing that coordination. But those are just simple little things, is just to show them that it's okay to use both sides of their body, and that when they do that, it might feel awkward, but it's such an enhancer for their performance.
That's great. That's great. So good stuff. Great tips. Something simple that everybody can do. You guys can do. So any last minute teasers for upcoming Go Beyond Summit and sessions?
Well, you guys, this year I'm super fired up on this topic. It's just a passionate one for me. I have a book coming out, Whole Body, Whole Brain, a book that's going to encompass a lot of what we're going to go over, but you're going to be able to see it and hear it and talk to mentors and doctors and experts that have really come into our world and just add tremendous value. Because what I've done the last 20 years is pull from these amazing resources and put it into one tangible program that you can objectively duplicate it and see tremendous results in your performance. And they're tangible. These aren't intangible stuff. Like, you're going to see tangible results. You'll run faster, you'll jump higher, your income level will increase, you'll feel a lot better, you'll be tremendously stronger and more stable. I mean, all these things they're tangible measures of success. And we're going to be able to show you all these, introduce you even more tremendous products to get the stressors out. You know, we heard from Dr. Zach Bush with his Restore product to help heal the gut from glyphosate. And now we're going to really learn about the EMF solutions and how to get those out so you can actually perform. And you can think. I know France banned Wi-Fi for age 3rd grade and below, just because their blood-brain barrier hadn't developed. I mean, there's certain things that are going to tie into being a whole high-level performer in the whole body and whole brain, that we're going to talk about elevating your performance and getting those stressors out. So a really riveting topic. We have Dr. Bear Lando speaking. We have Eric Alexander doing some movement stuff. And the list is long and strong for this year on speakers. So, awesome. And then you're going to talk about the triad, and we'll hear about the triad of health. So really excited to dive into this with you guys.
Awesome, awesome. Well, stay tuned. GoBeyondSummit.com. Let everybody know. Lots of great resources and lots of great people to check products out from that are making a difference in people's lives. So thanks for being with us today.
Dr. Cohn, thank you.
Talk soon.
You're the best.
Bye for now.